will not allow people to abuse their political offices for short-term interests and in order to enjoy the perks that go along with political power in the continent of Africa.
So overall, what we have to do, eternal vigilance is the price we have to pay.
Absolutely. And to approach these things without fear of consequence. Cowards die many times. We must have men and women who are brave, men and women who are prepared to pay the ultimate price for the sake of this generation and generations yet to be born. I am on record as writing to the president whenever I think there are issues that ought to be dealt with. And I wrote a fairly long letter to the president. And in my letter, I said many things, one of which was that there is a trust deficit, whether despite the best intentions of the president, there is a general belief that he is not doing well. It is therefore incumbent upon the president to ensure that he regains the trust of the people. Once he does that, then the people will give him the benefit of doubt, and that is work that he must do.
So
in other words,
what would you tell him? How does he recover this trust?
What I told him, actually, not what will I tell him.
Yes.
I told him, number one, that you must be believable. When you make a statement as a head of state, make sure that what you say is done. And if it is not done, come and tell the people in clear terms why it has not been done. But people can give you a list of 10 things that His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, said will be done, and none of them will be done. Instead, the things that the people don't want to be done are the things that are being done. In other words, it is important for him to change. And this has been done before. Great leaders in Africa, when they made mistakes, they came and apologized. That is Mwalimu Kambarage Nyerere's greatness. That is Kenneth Kaunda's greatness. That is Nkrumah's greatness. That is Samora Machel's greatness. That is Ahmadu Bello's greatness. That is Nelson Mandela's greatness. We are all human beings and fallible. Therefore, don't assume when you are in a position of leadership that you hold the power and the monopoly of wisdom and that you are infallible. If you do that, the people will say it. When they think the king is naked, they will say it, because the activities of the king affect the citizens. And I'm using the word king metaphorically.